Okay, so we've gone over number one, which is talking, what I verbalized a second ago with this is what I would do, blah, blah, blah. You're going to want to write that in a formal write-up, a Word doc or, whatever. Just basically address those things that I talked about in the first part of the little demonstration here. Second part of the demonstration, we went over the just basically mapping out the tables, each column, and how all those things are related, just kind of conceptually. The third item basically wants you to take what you've done in the planning phase on paper or whatever and actually make those tables, go through, make those tables, and then also create your select statement to show how all that information is going to be tied together. All right, so in order to create those tables, you're going to want to go to this address right here, which I'll give you this address in an email. I'll send it to the group leader so that you'll know where to go and all that kind of stuff. If you're using Internet Explorer, it gives you this certificate error. It is a valid certificate, so you can go ahead and say continue to this website. Okay. So you do that, and it should pull up with this screen right here where you're going to want to put in the username and password. Okay. So the username will be riversof underscore and then whatever I give you in that email that I send to the group leader. So for just today's demos, it'll be rivers of Bubba. And then the password that I gave it, and I click go. Alright, so it should be loading up shortly here. A list of databases, there they are. Those databases will show up on the left over there. I've created one for this demo right here, and what I'll do for your group is I'll have one, it'll be called rivers of underscore and then like group 1 or group 2 or group 3, whatever group you're in. Okay, so as a group you will have a database that you'll be working in, and you'll be in there making tables within that database. Okay, so you can see here that I've got a reviewers table already set up. So let's go ahead and look at the structure of that reviewers table really quickly. So I've already set it up. I did this in class the other day. I've got the reviewer ID and the reviewer name. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to create another table. Okay. And the table, this table is going to be called, we'll call this one books. Okay, and the books table is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns in it. Okay, so it already actually gave me 4 columns, which is cool. The first one's going to be called book ID. Okay, second one's going to be called book table. Third one will be book author ID. Okay. And the last one is going to be book pub date. Alright, so the book ID is going to be integer. I'm going to go ahead and scroll on over here, and it's going to auto increment. Okay. And the second one is the book. It's not book table, it's book title. Book title, sorry about that. Second one's book title. Book title, I want it to be text, and a good text data type is varchar or varchar, however you want to say it. I'm going to go ahead and say limit this one to 250 characters. That's pretty reasonable for a title. I think anything longer than that might get a little crazy anyway. Book author ID, remember, is a field where I'm linking to another table, so it's going to be an integer as well. It's going to be a lookup ID to that author table. Lastly, book pub date. Let's make that one date. Okay, it's going to be type of date. That way I can sort it and I can use date logic on it because I'm making it data type of date. Okay. For each one of these, I want to allow nulls, okay, so that if for some reason data doesn't get put in there, it will still process it. Now the top one up there, since it's going to be the primary index for that, it's going to have a value, okay? But everything else looks okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and save that. Okay, so let's go back to the main database here. I just want to make sure I've got the tables. Yeah, there's the books table, there's the reviewers table. So we've got two tables knocked out. Let's go ahead and make the author table really quickly. Okay, the author table is going to have two columns. It's a very simple table. Whoops, I got to put the name there, don't I? So this is the author table. And we want to have two columns for the author table, so we'll click go on that. And it should present us with this screen. Again, this first one is going to be author ID. It's an integer. We're going to make it be the index and auto increment. Okay, the next thing is going to be the actual author's name. I'm not going to go into great detail and make it first name, last name. I'm just going to say author name, okay? And we'll make it 255 characters as well. And, we'll allow it to be null if that ever happens. It shouldn't be. We would want to have data in all of our fields. So author name, varchar 255, and we'll allow nulls. So again, this is a pretty simple table. Okay, so the author table has been created, and it shows us that. All right, so here is author, here's books, here's reviewers. Now we're going to create one more table, and this table is reviews. Okay, and this table is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Okay. All right, first column is the review ID. Okay, it's going to be integer. We'll go ahead and mark it as the primary index and auto increment. Okay, the next one will be the actual review itself. And that's going to be varchar. We'll say 300. May have these are summary reviews. Now we're not gonna go into great detail here, but just kind of summary reviews. Okay, the next column is book ID. Book. Instead of calling it book ID, let's call it book look up ID. Okay, and that'll be